Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hey everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, I'm Dr. John. Let's talk about the variety of what you need in a chiropractic office. MRIs, x-rays, CAT scans, referrals. We do it all here at this office.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The event coming up is described as the Olympics of the Trades, in which the Luzerne County Community College is the annual host. Nanticoke's local college is being the host site for the District 1 Skills USA Regional Competition, which will be on Thursday, January 8th. The competition itself unites students from career and technical education centers to compete in more than 30 skillful contests. These trade and technical contests include occupational tasks like welding, automotive technology, electrical construction, culinary arts, and many other high-demand career fields. Almost 250 students are expected to participate in this big competition, so then the top finalists will advance to the Skills USA Pennsylvania State Competition in April in Hershey. The students will impress all in attendance by demonstrating hands-on technical skills, problem-solving abilities, and professionalism. The competitions are designed to reflect real-world industry standards, and what better way to show readiness for later life obstacles than by having fun tackling these tasks in a big contest. The competition is on Thursday, January 8th at 9 a.m. at the Luzerne County Community College at 521 Trailblazer Drive, Nanticoke, PA. As election season has come and gone, it's time for the new members of the Luzerne County to be sworn in. On Monday evening, new Democratic Council members Denise Williams, Don Simmons, Stephen Kozlat, and Chris Bells were all sworn in after being elected in November of last year. John Lombardo, a Republican, was re-elected. The election saw a large Democratic sweep, shifting the control of the Luzerne County Council to the Democrats. After the swearing-in ceremony at the Luzerne County Courthouse in Wilkes-Barre, the new council held a reorganization meeting where Jimmy Sabatino was elected the new chair of the council. In a statement released by Sabatino after the meeting, he said that he is committed to clear communication and public accountability, and also said that he was looking to improve access to county government information, stating that people deserve more transparency on how decisions are made and how their tax dollars are used. It is 2026, and tax season is much sooner than we all think, so it is for the best to be prepared for what is yet to come. The Internal Revenue Services is urging all loyal taxpayers to follow some tips in preparation of filing their 2025 federal income tax returns. Said tips include using direct deposit, as due to the presidential executive order, the IRS is phasing out paper tax refund checks, and taxpayers who don't have a bank account are encouraged to open one so they can receive direct deposit refunds. Another tip is to review the new changes to the 2025 tax law regarding the One Big Beautiful Bill. This includes many new deductions and credits that may reduce tax bills or increase refunds. It is recommended for parents and/or guardians to look into retirement savings for children under the age of 18 with a valid Social Security number. Taxpayers should also see that all income from part-time work of any kind and sales are taxable. The IRS says taxpayers who have bought, sold, or have received digital assets of any kind must report those transactions. The main aspect of all this is for loyal taxpayers to get ready for the tax season now, as taking the steps as soon as possible will help ensure a smoother and less stressful experience when filing taxes in the first quarter of 2026. Coming up on Dorrance's News Choice, we check in with Trooper Anthony Petrosky on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Selland's Grove Part 2. Stay with us on Wyln. We'll be right back.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35.
Wyln TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it. The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve. It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed. And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1, 2, 3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
Wyln programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another WYLN Trooper Talk Tuesday segment. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Troop N Public Information Officer. Today we're talking about traffic stops. Yes, you have probably never been pulled over before, but in case you do, I'm going to talk about what you should and shouldn't do. Believe it or not, a lot of people go their entire lives without getting pulled over, and then maybe at an older age they do get pulled over and they don't know what to properly do. So, first and foremost, pull over in a safe location. A lot of times people see the red and blue lights behind them and they think, what do? I better stop right now in the middle of the road. And obviously that is a don't. We don't want you to stop in the middle of the road. Pull over in a safe location completely off of the road, not halfway on the road, completely off of the road. Then stay in your vehicle. There's some things that we're doing before we approach your vehicle, and that's calling it in using our radio to call in our location, the vehicle we're out with. So stay in the vehicle. Never, ever, ever exit the vehicle on a traffic stop. We, as law enforcement, do not know why you're exiting that vehicle. Sure, we know who the vehicle is owned by, but that doesn't tell us who's actually in the vehicle at the time of the traffic stop. So remain in the vehicle. When we approach, we're going to explain to you who we are and why you pulled you over. Then we're going to ask for those 3 magic documents: your driver's license, your registration, and your insurance card. Now, those documents are required to be with you anytime you operate a motor vehicle in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. After that, we're going to wait. We're going to tell you to wait in your vehicle and don't exit. We're going to go back to our car, and we might do some paperwork. We might be running your information. But again, don't exit. If you have a question, just stay in your vehicle, and we will be back up. From there, we will explain whether we give you a traffic citation, a warning, or a verbal warning. The troopers will definitely explain what you need to do. And just remember, the side of the road is not a courtroom. Okay, so if you have questions, if you think that it's incorrect, then you could plead not guilty, and you can have your day in court. We don't want to be out there for a very long time, and we also don't want you to be out there for a long time. It should be a somewhat quick interaction, and again, if you don't feel that anything's correct, then you could plead not guilty and have a hearing. Now, it's very easy to avoid all of this. Don't get pulled over. Obey the traffic laws, watch your speed, and most importantly, maintain eyes on the road, keep your phones down. Remember, it can wait. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you right back here on another Trooper Talk Tuesday.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
As the 1870s began, Selinsgrove found itself facing a recurring peril: widespread fires. The first major one broke out in 1872 and destroyed some 30 buildings. Property damage reached up to $300,000 from this blaze. Then, on October 30th, 1874, an even worse fire broke out. It began a stable behind Schnurr's block in town and was pushed throughout Selinsgrove by a strong west wind. Nearly 60 buildings were destroyed this time. A third fire began in January 1875, but it was caught and extinguished in time. Simon J. Wenrick would be arrested for setting the fires, but he would be acquitted at trial. It remains unknown who is behind the fires to this day. Some speculate they may have been the work of former Civil War soldiers suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Others feel it might have been a local man who was angry at the town regarding his brother being arrested for murdering the town doctor. Railroads superseded the canals as the 19th century rolled onward. This was no different in Selinsgrove, where the tracks of the Sunbury and Lewistown Railroad first reached the community in 1873. Stretching between the two towns in its name, the line was a subsidiary of the Pennsylvania Railroad, which would fully merge the Sunbury and Lewistown into its network in 1902. The Sunbury and Lewistown proved to be a crucial shortcut for coal trains carrying anthracite west from the Wyoming Valley to Pittsburgh, and for goods being transported to New York and New Jersey via a junction with the Lehigh Valley Railroad in Mount Carmel, as the trains thus avoided heavy traffic around Harrisburg. Selinsgrove would also have a stop in the Northern Central Railway, which ran from Sunbury down to Baltimore. Of course, train accidents would happen every now and then along the line, some particularly terrible. On the evening of January 25, 1895, 17 members of the local Masonic Owl Club left a party in Middleburg at 2 a.m. in a 4-horse open sleigh. Among the passengers were former congressional candidate Albert W. Potter, Susquehanna University chemistry professor Robert N. Hartman, lumber magnate Edward Hummel and his wife, and Miss Bertie Hamilton, the daughter of the president of the Shamokin Mount Carmel Electric Railway trolley line. The party's sleigh crossed 9 railway crossings on the way back toward Selinsgrove without incident, but at the 10th crossing at the Sunbury and Lewistown's Railroad's Kramer Station, the sleigh's runners got stuck on the tracks. Driver Charles Romig dismounted to get the runners unstuck, unaware that the Sunbury and Lewistown's engine number 113 was curving around the bend towards the sleigh at that very moment. Although the engineer blew his whistle at the proper time before the crossing, no one on the sleigh heard it, as the sleigh's bells drowned the whistle out, and they only realized the danger they were in when they saw the train's headlight coming right at them on the tracks. By then it was too late, and the train slammed hard into the sleigh. The impact killed Charles Romig and his father Isaac, who owned the sleigh, and severely wounded several others. Albert Potter, who would sue the railroad afterwards and won over $13,000 in damages, would lose an arm, and fellow passenger Molly Burns would herself lose a leg. Other passengers suffered injuries of various severity, although they would all recover in the end. Although less fatal, an equally bad wreck occurred on March 25, 1900, when 2 trains collided in the Sunbury and Lewistown near Selinsgrove when one lost control coming down a hill. While the crews were able to jump off in time, each train was largely destroyed, and it took more than a day to clear the tracks again. Some area residents preferred traveling on the river over the rails. A prime driver of these means of transportation in the region was Ira T. Clement, who operated a steamboat line that ran between Sunbury and Shamokin Dam. By 1880, Clement decided to build a recreational park to entice more people to come sailing on his line. At the location of what today is Ted's Landing, he would build the very first picnic and amusement park in the area, Clement's Park. For a nickel's admission, guests who arrive on Clement's steamboats could treat themselves to a run on a toboggan slide and dance in one of 3 dance halls, or a game on a baseball field. Clement's Park was a summer staple for Selinsgrovers through 1900, when it was shut down in the face of a competition from Island Park in Sunbury. Clement, though, would make the most of this and use the steamboats to ferry guests to Island Park for some years afterwards, until a 1904 flood destroyed a dam on the Susquehanna and made steamboat travel in the area impossible. The United States in 1893 was swept by a horrific economic panic. Millions of workers lost their jobs, and bank runs and widespread deflation seemed to be everywhere. Some people lamented in despair of the terrible turn of events. Others decided to try and do something about it. One of the latter was Jacob Coxey, who had been born in Selinsgrove in 1854. His father had worked in Danville's iron mills in his younger years, and Jacob himself would spend 8 years there with the elder Coxey. A trip to Massillon, Ohio in 1881 made him fall in love with that community, and he ended up staying there, opening a quarry for silica sand used in glass and iron. Coxey had earlier been a member of the Greenback Party, which advocated printing and distributing larger amounts of money not backed by gold or other precious metals, as it believed contracting the money supply too far triggered earlier economic crises. After the Greenback Party folded, many of its adherents joined the similar People's Party, including Coxey. When the Panic of 1893 struck, Coxey believed he had the answer to get the country out of it, set into motion widespread road projects across the country, paid for by $500 million in currency backed by government bonds, which he felt would get scores of unemployed Americans back to work. To get support for his plan, Coxey decided upon a then novel idea, one his family would openly call him crazy for. He would gather up an army of unemployed workers and they would march toward Washington to present their case directly at Congress. The march would begin on March 25, 1894, when 100 men comprising what was officially called the Army of the Commonwealth in Christ, but which would be popularly called Coxey's Army, left Massillon. More and more men joined the march as it made its way east. Roughly 500 men were in its ranks when it did in fact reach the capital on April 30, 1894, the first protest march in Washington in the United States history. It would end anticlimactically, however, as Coxey and the group's leaders would be arrested by Capitol Police for trampling on the Capitol's grass. Ultimately, the march of Coxey's army would be unsuccessful, although many of its basic aims would be funneled into the Social Security Act in 1935. Coxey would lead a second march in 1914, and this time would be allowed to speak in front of the Capitol. In the meantime, he would enter conventional politics, running several times unsuccessfully for Congress, the Ohio governorship, and the presidency, although he would successfully be elected Massillon's mayor in 1931. Jacob Coxey died in 1951 at age 97, and today rests in Massillon City Cemetery. Back in Selinsgrove, one family would make a mark in the selling of food and other goods. Siegfried Wise had immigrated from Austria and started his own store in Selinsgrove. His sons Harry and Sigmund would take their father's concept and run with it, opening Wise Pure Foods in Sunbury in 1912. It was revolutionary for its time in accepting only cash rather than credit for payments. The brothers opened their second store in Harrisburg in 1915. From there, the chain expanded throughout Pennsylvania. Today, close to 200 Wise markets are open for customers throughout the state, as well as in 4 neighboring states.
Hi, my name is Melania. Tomorrow is going to be cloudy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.